What I love about mountain biking is getting out in nature, to slow down a little bit. Get away from this fast-paced life that we always, just get entrenched in. And when you can go out for a mountain bike ride, you can just be so focused on the task at hand. And it's fun, and it's thrilling, and you get this sense of adventure around every corner as you're out riding a trail, even if you've ridden it a million times. Hi, I'm Uriah Steber. I own and operate as Benchmark Trails, a natural surface trails contractor, with a specialist focus to mountain bike trails specifically. But we build any natural surface trail for hiking, biking, equestrian use, UTVs, side-by-sides, moto, anything that you need to trail through the woods that's not going to be covered in concrete or asphalt. This is my lifelong kind of passion, to be out in the woods, working with dirt and being in nature. We started Benchmark Trails a year ago, and that was born out of 5 years of volunteer work doing trails along the Missouri River with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers property. And it just got to a point to where it needed to become a little bit more self-sustaining of a project to continue building trail. And as it happens, the trail world is a booming industry at this point.
My name's Gerard Keating. My son Alec and I own Deer Mountain Village in Leeds, South Dakota. This community is all about the outdoors, connecting to the outdoors. We have private skiing, snow tubing, 10 miles of mountain bike trails, going to 20 miles. It's a 185 lot community, all 1+ acre lots, gated, private, beautiful. We're very happy that Uriah Steber is building our mountain bike trails. Already the longest downhill course in South Dakota, going from an elevation of 6,600 feet to 6,000. Very special. If you're a bike enthusiast, you'll love it.
The idea of adding bike trail to ski resorts really came about in the early 90s, and it started in Whistler, Canada. Whistler was the first resort to build bike trail and open the mountain for summer use for mountain bikes. And in 2019, they actually posted some higher revenue during their summer mountain bike operations than their winter ski operations. And that's when a lot of resorts across the Midwest really started to take note. They realized that they could increase their revenue by, utilizing the mountain year-round versus the small window that we have in the Midwest for our ski seasons. And mountain biking has quickly become almost the king at a lot of Midwest resorts these days, just because of the longer season that it has. So what we do when we build is, we first come through and set a flag line and use a tool called a clinometer to find our grades and get the trail laid out on the ground. And then from there we come back through with a mini excavator. And that tool does 90% of the work of getting the trail in, from removing the top vegetation to contouring the trail to the desired spec for what we're building. And then, almost final finishing, using the bucket as a rake to remove rock in some cases, or to, just contour the rock so that we can come back through and top coat it and cover it with a really good material if we're left with some stuff that's, undesirable. And then after that, it's coming through with a hand rake and a vibratory packer, which, really just kind of sets in the hardening process for the trail to have a really stable surface for, hopefully years to come. One of the great things about this is that, at 5 o'clock every day when we shut our machines down, it's time to grab your bike and go see how, what you built fared. And it's fun. We hit it over and over and over again, and we'll discuss on what worked and what didn't work, and things that we want to use in the future, techniques that we want to use in the future on how we shaped a corner or how we created a feature. So that's definitely one of the high points of the day, is actually getting to ride what you've been sitting and just like melting your brain over, trying to figure out how to make it fit. And it can be really, really rewarding when it does, when you just ride through at the end of a build day and everything just kind of clicks.
Well, Steber and his crew expect to remain at Deer Mountain Village for the next 2 to 3 years, building hiking and biking and horse trails. And if you want to find out more about the development, you can find it at deermountainvillage.com.
This has been Midco Sports Magazine, presented by Build Your Base with Beef Sports Nutrition and Training Program.